Welcome to Latvia and its capital Riga. So here we are on a rather rainy day in Riga, and I have to admit I don't know too much about Latvia. I do know though that Riga is about 300 kilometers from the Russian border to the east, 100 kilometers to Lithuania in the south, and about 150 kilometers to Estonia in the north. Now normally on these trips I don't have a lot of free time, but unusually I've got a day free, so I booked myself a cycling tour with the Riga Explorers Club. So let's hope I'm not cycling around the world in 80 days. So in anticipation of my ride with the Riga Explorers Club, I'm trying out some new cycling shoes known as plimsolls.
Fortunately, I knew that I was going to Riga a few weeks in advance, which gave me the opportunity to do a bit of research into organised bike tours. A quick Google search led me to the Riga Explorers Club via TripAdvisor. According to the website, they organise 2 daily tours, a midday ride out to Kipsala Island and a 3 o'clock ride through one of the more interesting suburbs around the city. I decided to go for the 3 o'clock tour, which cost me €17, although this did include a discount for booking in advance online. The route took us out from the old town in the city centre, along the banks of the Daugava River and through what is known as the Moscow district. The 2.5-hour ride covered just under 14 kilometres and was suitable for all abilities. The pace was very leisurely and it even included a refreshment stop before heading back into town. Now the more eagle-eyed of you will notice that A, I'm not wearing a helmet, and B, I will be riding on the pavement quite a lot. Normally, I would never dream of riding without a helmet, and I assume that I would have been given one with the bike, but the Riga Explorers Club either didn't have any or I didn't make it clear that I wanted one. As for riding on the pavement, I was assured that it was perfectly legal. This may be due to the fact that many of the roads are cobbled and it would have been like riding Paris-Roubaix, which on clunky city bikes would not have been fun. From the Riga Explorers Club office in the Old Town, we headed out towards the Daugava River, with a short stop at the monument to the 1905 fighters. From there we headed on into the Moscow district, which was once traditionally home to the city's poorer Russian, Belarusian and Jewish communities, but is now one of the more quieter and slightly bohemian areas of Riga. According to Strava, it also had Riga's only hill, which was about 30 metres long with a very gentle gradient at about 2%. During the Second World War, the Nazis turned this area into a ghetto and deported many of its residents to concentration camps. Today, there are many memorials to those who lost their lives.
Roughly 25,000 people were killed in the nearby forest. It's known as the Rumbula forest. Similar things happened in Ponari forest near Vilnius.
The area is also known for its wooden buildings. The thinking here was that if an invading force ever tried to capture the city, the Moscow district could easily be burnt down in a scorched earth tactic to protect the main fortress. The last time this happened was in 1812. After a quick stop in one of the city's many parks, we headed back into town. Even though traffic was pretty chaotic, it seemed like all road users, so cars, buses, bikes and trams, all got along, and I have to say that I was pretty impressed at how patient and courteous everyone was. Before we knew it, we were back at the Explorers Club office and the tour was over. Not a bad trip out on the bike, I have to say. Managed to get out and see some parts of the city that perhaps I wouldn't normally have seen. Bit off the beaten track, and I really like that. Not bad value for €17 either, although I wouldn't say that I've had a particularly strenuous workout. It was fun, got me out on two wheels and gave me a little bit of exercise. It's always worth Googling if you're going away just to find out if they have these bike tours where you're going, or even some of these hire bikes that you can find. So if you found this film useful, please like and share. And if you'd like to get the most out of your cycling, please consider subscribing for my regular weekly uploads. Thanks for watching.